Hello lovely learners, welcome back to A Life Learned. I'm trying to get back into the regular posting, so I thought I'd share a little story time with you guys today. This one's not so funny per se, but kind of cute. When I was younger in third year, was it, university? I was 22 and a group came around to propose different opportunities to travel and help different areas in the world while also sort of vacationing. It was like a volunteer vacation sort of thing. I've come to recently learn that those programs are actually really harmful in some areas and regret taking part in one of them now. But the one I partook in, at least, wasn't nearly as devastating as some of them can be. The idea is to be helpful, but with the way they work, a lot of times they cost more. It would be more effective to just give the community money than to ship all these kids over to pretend to do the work. Most of them are rich kids who are more looking for the vacation than the volunteer side. It was a bad program. I should have looked into it more and found one that was more based on volunteering, but I was kind of naive. I tried. I met people in Fiji, went to Fiji by the way, and I did my best to help. We repainted their school and built them, I want to say, an incinerator, I think that time, or was it a composter? One of the two, and then a new platform for their water tank. So like we did help. It's just technically they probably could have done it just hiring labor locally. So my intentions were good. Good intentions, pathway to hell. Shh. Anyway, the actual story about this is that on this trip, I went twice, by the way, and the first time in 2012, I met two really awesome people, Vincent and Aparna. They were basically the only people I got along with on the trip because most of the kids were really pretentious and rich and well off and just snobby, and I don't get along well with that. But Vincent and Aparna were super cool. And one thing Vincent and I found in common is that we fucking loved Party Rock Anthem, the song, and just loved dancing to it like no other. Like we insisted that we love it so much every time it would come on, no matter where we were, in the middle of a grocery store, in the middle of school, assuming it's not the middle of a lecture, you know, we'd get up and start dancing to it. And so we promised each other that if there was a day when the beatbox had music on, because they would like plug in their USBs or whatever, or their like music players into the speakers and play whatever people had to keep us semi-entertained while we worked. And we promised each other basically that if Party Rock Anthem ever came on, we would immediately find each other and dance together. And that happened at some point in the middle of one of the days we were working. We both heard it, and we just like, I froze on spot and was like, oh my god, where's Vincent? I gotta find him! And ran out of the room I was working on. I think I was painting a mural at the time. And he ran out of the room he was painting, and we both ran right up to each other and was just facing each other and like dancing real hard to it. And yeah, like I said, not really a funny story so much as just like a cute, fun story. And I'm gonna flash up a little picture to show you guys just how silly we looked. But it was a good time, and it was fun to be with Vincent and someone who's so spirited about having a good time and dancing in particular, and that we got to enjoy that together. And overall, my experience in Fiji was fabulous. I did enjoy it, putting aside the not so gracious other students. And despite my regrets of it not being the greatest program, we didn't harm them. Like, if you do the research on these volunteer vacation programs, some of them can be quite harmful because they basically have these kids do shoddy work during the day, and then they have to like deconstruct it all and rebuild it properly at night while they're sleeping. And it's just like such a waste. Thankfully, the program I was with wasn't that bad, but again, at the same time, we probably could have been more helpful just giving them the money we raised instead of our own labor. But whatever, the intention was good. It was a great time. I'm still in touch with the people that I met there both years. They're really nice people. Fijians, like the friendliest. If you ever want to go somewhere, go to Fiji if you can. Although, if you're in North America, it's a 10-hour flight from California, so prepare yourself. And if you can't sleep on planes, just don't plan on sleeping. I can't sleep on planes. It was not fun. But the trip itself was fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed dancing with Vincent that one time. So thought I'd share that with you guys. And otherwise, I did want to share that I'm going to be doing a live chat next Friday. So that's Friday, June 16th. Just to chat with you guys, catch up about everything that's changed over the last few months since my court trial finally ended, answer any questions you might have about my recent video about my court experience, and just catch up with you guys in general, because it's been like, what, five months since we did a live chat? Like forever? Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, by the way. Life. But yeah, I'm gonna do that on Friday. I'm currently thinking 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that might change. So keep an eye on the social networks, Facebook, Twitter, what else do I have? Oh, and the actual YouNow page, which I will link in the description of this for anyone who's not following me there. And I will be sure to post there the definite airing time, but it will probably be 2 p.m. on Friday the 16th. Eastern Standard Time. So please do come join me there and catch up with me, and we'll chat and see how each other's doing. And otherwise, as always, do join me again next week, where I try again to share a little something I've learned in life.